Hello and welcome to lesson zero point 0.3. Today we're going to be going over policies, procedures, and lab safety. I know this is not fun. I could practically feel you guys rolling your eyes, but unfortunately it's just something that we have to do. All right, so our objectives for this lesson are to understand classroom policies, understand the grading policy, know the bathroom policy, and know the rules of lab safety. We're going to start with classroom policies and procedures. I know, again, I roll. It's tough to do it. All right, brace yourselves. The class rules are coming. All right, so first thing first, how to reach me. Email. You can actually send a message through Canvas or join the Remind and send me a text that way. And we'll say every once in a while my Remind is weird and doesn't notify me I got a message. So you might need to message again if you don't hear from me. But yep, those are 3 perfect ways to get in touch with me. All right, at the beginning of class, make sure you come in, read the agenda on the board when you enter, so that way you have an idea of what the class is going to be like. It'll also tell you, if there's something you need to be working on as soon as you come in, or if there are things coming up that you need to be aware of. Okay, you're going to want to go ahead and do the do now for the day. Okay, remember you only get 5 minutes to do that. At the end of that 5 minutes, I'm calling time and I'm not accepting any more. Okay. Cell phones, earbuds, and headphones. Okay. Cell phones are not to be used during class unless instructed by me. I'm actually okay with you guys doing it during independent work time, but if I'm up here talking and giving directions and all that stuff, I need that stuff put away. You need to be paying attention. Okay? You can't learn while you're watching Netflix. I've tried. I can't multitask like that, and I know you guys probably can't either. Earbuds, headphones, again, only be used during independent time. Because again, you need to hear me. Come on, guys. You know that you have to pay attention in order to learn. Okay? I know you know that. First time I see something, I'm going to give you a reminder or a warning. And then after that, I'm going to ask to hold it till the end of class. Okay? Bathroom policy. We've kind of gone over this, but I just want to make sure everyone understands. No one is allowed to use the bathroom the first and last 15 minutes of class. Only one person is allowed out at a time. You must sign out by scanning the QR code that is on the side of my filing cabinet by my desk. I did put my name and room number on the QR code, so it makes it easier for you to fill it out. And then after you scan the QR code, put your phone in this gold basket that is on the corner of my desk. Okay. You're not allowed to take your cell phone to the bathroom with you. Also, forgot to mention this, if you're gone longer than 5 or 6 minutes, I am going to have to write you up for skipping. Okay. They're cracking down on that, and I don't want you guys to get in trouble. So do what you're supposed to do. Okay. And come back within a decent amount of time. Now, if there is an emergency, just let me know. Okay. I understand things happen, but there's got to be communication there. Okay. Grades. Okay. So, how's your quarterly grade going to be calculated? You're going to get 40% from tests and projects, 35% from your classwork, 20% from quizzes, and 5% from homework. We won't have a whole lot of homework. Sometimes we'll count maybe like bell ringers or things like that as homework. But true homework, you guys won't get a whole lot of. All right, your final course grade is going to be the calculation of the first quarter. That's going to be 40%. Your second quarter is going to be 40%. And then your EOC is going to count 20%. Make sure you guys know this is an EOC class. That is a state test. Okay? I don't make it up. So be prepared for that. All right, our late work policy. Late work submitted within a week can earn a score of up to 90. Okay. The second week it's late, you can only earn up to an 80. And after that 2 weeks, you can only earn up to a 69. I do take late work up until almost the very end, but just know you're going to possibly have some point deductions for that. Okay. It caps out the grade, it doesn't necessarily deduct. All right, note taking. You are going to be expected to take notes, keep up with a notebook. I will be doing notebook checks. That will be a classwork grade as well. Um, and honestly, it's going to help you. Writing stuff down helps you learn. All right, getting into lab safety. So you don't do something dumb. All right, we do have a safety contract. We kind of condensed what you see on the screen to a smaller version that we put on the back of the syllabus. So it's a little bit more straightforward. Um, your parent or guardian does need to sign the syllabus that has the safety information on it. You do need to bring that back. That is going to be your first homework grade. Okay. Lab rule number one, dress for lab. Okay. This means when you leave the house that morning, you're going to be prepared for doing the lab that day. That means closed toed shoes so you don't spill stuff or, step on something that's going to hurt your foot. Tie back long hair. You don't want it accidentally dipping into a chemical. Okay. No baggy clothes and no dangling jewelry. Pretty much the same thing. You don't want it, getting into stuff. All right, lab rule number two, PPE. PPE is the shortened way to say personal protective equipment. This is the stuff you put on once you get in the lab, in the classroom. Okay, so this includes goggles, lab coats, gloves. We aren't really doing a whole lot of intense labs with a lot of chemicals and things like that. So there are times we won't have any PPE on, but there are times where, we'll say, okay, we probably need to wear gloves for this. Okay. All right, rule number three, chemical safety. Please don't sniff chemicals directly. Like, don't stick it up to your nose and take a big old whiff of it. Okay. Um, One, you don't know exactly what it is. Sometimes it can be a substance that is going to be harmful to you if you do that. So, if you do want to smell something, it is recommended that you waft it, which just means like you turn it and move your hand in this weird way. Okay. Um, I can't believe I have to stress this, but please don't taste anything in a lab. Okay. Um, One, I reuse stuff. Okay. There's one thing I do with like the big gumballs, and I reuse those. So don't take those and eat those. That's gross. Two, the containers are in, there's no guarantee that those are clean. Okay. It might have gone through the dishwasher. It may not have. Or the dishwasher maybe didn't actually get all the gunk off. Who knows? Um, so just be smart. Don't taste anything. Now we will do some labs with like candy and things like that. In that case, I will say, all right, now you can eat it. Okay. And be careful pouring stuff down the sink. We just want to make sure we're not pouring any like bad chemicals down the sink. Again, we're not really using a whole lot of that. So just double check with me before you do any of that. Lab rule number four, emergency equipment. Know where this stuff is in case of emergency. Okay. Fire extinguishers. We've got one right outside my front door, and then we have another one in the lab prep room all the way down, like on Bennett's side. Okay. Eye wash station and chemical shower. That is located to if you're looking at my desk, it's to the left of my desk. You can't miss it. It's the yellow thing. It has the triangle for the shower. Um, we're not playing with these. Okay. You're not to touch these unless it is an emergency. Um, And then, oh, just real quick, I always get asked this. Yes, I have had to use the eye wash, okay, when a student sprayed perfume in another student's eyes. So it wasn't even like really lab related. Never had to use the shower. Pray to God I never have to. And then emergency exits. We really have three ways we can get out of this classroom: the front door, through the lab prep door, because there's a door at the end, and through Miss Bennett's room. Okay. First preference is the front door. Okay, last but not least, classroom behavior. Follow directions. Don't go making up your own experiments and do crazy stuff trying to see what happens. If you do want to take your experiment a little bit further, just let me know. We'll talk about it. Make sure things are safe. Okay. I'm all for exploring things further. No horse playing. Okay. I don't need y'all getting hurt during lab. And clean up after yourselves. Okay. There's a lot of you and only one of me. So I don't want to have to clean up and then set up for the next lab. So you guys are taking care of your own stuff. Real quick, before I summarize, if anything does happen, the first thing you guys should do is notify me. Okay. I know sometimes it might be tempting to do other things, but let me know first, because if it is something going on, I'm going to know how to handle it the best. Okay. All right. So, in summary, you're going to scan the QR code and leave your phone when you go to the bathroom. You earn the grade you get. Okay. I promise you guys, as long as you put in the work, you will pass my class. But you have to do the work, and preferably on time, because the longer you wait, the lower that grade goes. And it's going to be harder to pull it up. Okay. Turning in something is better than nothing. Those zeros kill your grade. Okay. And then last but not least, don't do dumb stuff when we're doing a lab. I beg you. Okay. Just use those brains. I know you got them. All right. So that concludes lesson 0.3. Go ahead and head back to Canvas and begin working on the assignments for lesson 0.3. All right. That is it for today. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time.